Taking your seat for a second. It's on. Okay.
Imagine going to school in your pajamas and waking up in the late morning every weekday. I was lucky in the fact that I got to do this because I was homeschooled, and I was homeschooled because my parents had the freedom of school choice. School choice is the ability to choose what kind of school your child will go to. There are different forms of school choice, but now school choice is starting to get suffocated. Some ways we can prevent the freedom of school choice from being taken away from us is by knowing the advantages of school choice, why school choice is important, and being aware of what the government is saying about school choice. There are several options when it comes to school choice. A few of those options are charter school, homeschooling, and private schools. Choices help encourage parents to be more involved in their child's schooling, no matter what kind of school choice they choose. So what are the differences between homeschooling, private, and charter school? Charter schools are free for students because they are government funded, but have limited space and students have to test in. The first charter school opened up in 1992 in Minnesota. As of 2006, there were 40 states with charter schools, making a total of 4,000 schools with over 1 million students. Apparently, charter schools have some benefits, and that's why they have grown so big over time. Now, charter schools aren't the only form of school choice, but it is a popular form. Why do many parents decide to send their kids to charter schools? Charter schools, especially those open longer, have students that are 5.2% more efficient in reading and 3.2% more efficient in math, according to research done by Caroline Hawksby at Harvard University. She also found that charter schools with high levels of choice in large urban school districts were 35% more likely to have curriculum with rigorous requirements in the subjects of English, mathematics, social studies, the sciences, and foreign languages, and also had higher attention to academic discipline, more structured classrooms, and a greater use of standardized test results to evaluate administrative performance than traditional schools. Now, private schools differ from charter schools in the fact that they are funded through tuition money, grants, and donations. They are also privately run and have the freedom to have religious education. Compared with traditional school students, those who attend private school have been shown to score higher on standardized tests. This is probably partly because of a stronger civic environment exists in private schools, which can lead to increasing political participation and voting actions. As of 2007, 11% of enrollment of grade school students was in private schools. Homeschooling is another choice parents can make to educate their children. Homeschool students show to outscore traditional school students by 75 to 90% on tests. Universities and colleges easily accept these students, and these students have already been taught to think for themselves, so they grow up to become reliable and resourceful adults. Some reasons parents choose to homeschool is because of the education curriculum has more liberty and flexibility to fit the students' needs, the freedoms to incorporate Christianity into schooling. Family bonding is usually more prominent. There isn't a strict schedule because of the poor standards in traditional schools, the violence, and the dominant peer groups. So why is it so important that these scores in curriculum are better? For one, American students do worse in mathematics, science, and foreign languages when compared to students in other countries. American students' test scores are lower than students in most other countries in the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, even though the U.S. uses more money per student than every country except 2. Secondly, math and science test scores help to predict a country's economic growth. Thirdly, people with more knowledge are more likely to make better decisions, contribute more to society, and lead desirable lives, which is a motivator to try and teach young people applicable and better curriculum. 22 out of 26 studies show that charter schools had an equal or better achievement rate to that of traditional schools. 5 out of 7 studies showed a positive effect on the individual achievements of students. Charter schools aren't so successful just because smarter kids get into them. Students in charter schools generally started with a lower achievement than their age group, but showed overall annual growth at about 3% higher than traditional schools. With all these benefits, you would think the government would like to keep the freedom of school choice, but they seem to be wanting to start getting rid of it. For example, the Romack family came from Germany to America for the freedom to homeschool their kids. But now the Obama administration is trying to deport them and saying that homeschooling isn't a right. And that's just the beginning. There's already been disagreement in California with having private Christian universities because they're supposedly discriminating against people. Sweden and Germany are examples of what happens when the freedom of choice is taken out of education. They have no school choice, so the government is teaching the kids whatever they want to, including many things Christian families would disagree with. We can't let the education system get as bad as Sweden and Germany. Knowing the advantages of school choice, why school choice is important, and being aware of what the government is saying about school choice are some ways that we can prevent the freedom of school choice from being taken away from us. Teaching children challenging concepts and curriculum grows them to become more mature and respectable adults. As it says in Proverbs 22:6, train a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not turn from it. Thank you.